So before the break, what we wound up doing was we started fleshing out the beginning of a game design document. And on Tuesdays, I work on tools that help me build my games. And one of the most important of these tools is the game design document. Now, I've been really lazy over the past year about building design documents for my games. This game, Kingdom by the Sea, which was my Ludum Dare game, or the last Ludum Dare game, is just it's a very complicated game. It's like a miniature civilization, and because of that, it winds up taking up a lot of resources to really plan out. So I'm going to do one other thing here. Let's do this. I'm also gonna take this out of the table of contents, and we'll just put this up here. So when you open up the game design document, you get the high concept of what the game is. You get the table of contents. Let's update this, and then game description would go here. Again, this game description is what would be sort of on the back of the box. And what else would be here? And then I have it broken up into each of the screens. So let's do this. We're going to go through section by section. I'm going to add out all these details because what I really like to do today is I have a few artists in mind that I'd love to have help me with this game. And I would love to send this document out to a few of them so that they could get a sense of what the game is, and also it would have a list of all the artwork. And I think that's something that we should do as well. Which would be, we sort of have it broken out here throughout this. We have all these scenes and everything. Maybe what we can do too is add a list of every single sprite that needs to be in it. We have them here, but what we don't have is one central place so that if you are an artist, resources, tile upgrades, let's do this, game artwork. And we could probably copy and paste most of this stuff from around here, but we'll just create a table for all that stuff. What do I want to do? First, I need to insert a page break. Let's give this a title, right? I think title 1. Yeah, these are headings 1. And then we're going to do one big table, and it's basically going to be it'll be the name, the sprite, and a description. So this will be name, sprite, description. Why do I feel like that's not spelled right? Because it is not. Description. And we're gonna have two. We're gonna have two ones. We're gonna have sprites. We're gonna have tiles. And then we'll do another one here, which will be auto tiles. And we'll take a look at those later. Now, I could probably just, let's do this. We're just going to add a ton of rows. And then I'll just go through line by line and add all this artwork in based on the artwork we cut up earlier today. So, I want to play my music. I would like to listen to some music. I won't torture you guys with my music. Where is my music? Okay, there it is. Just really low. All right, so I'm just going to drag all this artwork over, and then at this point, I'd basically be able to tell an artist, like, hey, if you look in the document, it'll have all of the artwork that the game needs. We should probably do this in some sort of order that makes sense. I'm missing, delete. Let's do this. This is the grass. This is the farm. Let's do the forests. Mountains, desert, marsh, hills, hill, and then we'll do the castle last, which is this one here. Castle, and then it's this castle that gets built up. Let's add a row below here. Actually, row below. Also, yeah, I got it. This is the marsh. Fine. Whatever this weird building is. Clearly, my art skills. I just threw some stuff together when I was testing out the new animation stuff that I added in. Well, it's hardly animation, but it's like stuff gets built over a certain number of frames. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's a lot of art in a game. I wonder if I put this whole thing in. Alright, that's good. It gets constrained here. So we can... you know, we'll just do this all as one thing. Was there any other artwork in the game? Yeah, insert row below. This guy. Tiles in the game are 16 by 16. And should be comprised of 4 8 by 8 tiles, similar to how a Nintendo would work. I don't know. Well, let's just do 16 by 16. We'll leave it at that. 16 by 16. Auto tile sets such as the coast, the ocean, and the fog of war are made up of a template, a 48 tile template. All right, so this is grass 1, grass 2, grass 3, farm 1, farm 2, forest 1, forest 2, tree 1, stump, mountain, desert, marsh, hill 1. Why did I start capitalizing these things all of a sudden? I'll add descriptions later. The description really is if I'm working with an artist, this is a very specific, like I need this to look like this or that or something like that. Hill, this sentence made like no sense. 3, and then this is a mine, this is a town, and this is the hut, house 1, house 2, mansion 1, mansion 2, mansion 3, palace 1, palace 2, castle 1, 2, 3. This is the upgrade border. This is the tile selection. This is the button, button up. Button selected. Selection arrow. Fog of war. So this is important. So the fog of war doesn't sit on top of the map. It's on the same layer as everything else. So the edges, so the edge background color needs to match the background color of the most common tile, which is grass. All right, and then the ocean, we'll probably pull this out, but the one thing I'll say is the ocean tile is made. The ocean tiles are made up of 3 sets of 48 tiles. Should allow the game to animate the water and coast line. And we should probably, well, it's so hard to, it'd be so hard to see this anyways, but this is ocean tile, ocean. We'll just leave it like that. And we're missing one in here. Let's insert below and do the window. Window border. What are we doing here? This is button up. So this is a scale 9 or a 9 slice image. So it needs to be designed in a way that the middle sections can stretch to any size. The window has a larger border on the top. All right, so we'll leave that as is. Hand cursor. All right, so all 16. All right, so that's all the artwork in the game. And what else do we document? So what I'm going to do now is I want to create a quick flow chart that goes over how the game, like the flow of the game's logic is. So let's see. The game's broken down. The mains with splash stories are inside of each window. Or let's do this. Pull this out. Delete this. Whoops. It's getting a little aggressive with deleting. All right. Screens and windows in the game are made up of let's do this. Inside each screen, there are windows and other UI and other elements that are shared throughout the game. These sprites represent the bulk of the UI of the game's UI. All right, and then here what I want to do is this. I'm going to document the flow of this. Where can I, it used to be insert a drawing. All right. This is like one of the things that I did like about Google Docs. So, all right, start screen. From the start screen, let's do this. Let's, first off, I want this to be centered in the middle. So there's the start screen. There is the island load screen. The game screen. Then there is the game over screen. And then there's one other thing here, which is the options menu. Well, let's not do that. So let's create a really basic flow for what our game looks like. Here we'll just connect these guys up. This should also be an arrow. So it goes here to here to here. And then that's it. I mean, we don't need to go like into too much depth here, but there's the load screen, game over. Start, load, game. Oh wait, there's actually another screen in the middle here. Let's copy this and paste this. Actually, it's probably easier just to do it this way. Actually, you delete this, and let's do this. What I want is there's a load, there's the start story, load, game, score. The one thing that this does is when we go to the story screen, we also have the same story screen here as well. I wonder if there's a way that I can, if I do start, let's do this here. So start will go here, goes into story. Story goes to load. Load goes to game. Game goes to story, and then this goes. Hey, look at this mess I made. All right, and we'll just clean up. We'll clean up this. So everything passes through this story. This is. It seems a little silly to map it like this, but this is an important architectural decision. Because what happens is this story screen can handle. This story screen is reused, and we just want to make it clear that it's the same screen both times. We can actually make it better. I think this allows me to do like, you could do an elbow connection. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Whoops, why didn't that elbow connection? Is there no, it doesn't do like a line for an elbow connection? Like I can't make this an arrow? All right, so that's the flow of our game and all of our major screens. So start, story, load, story to score. And we'll just add that in. All right, so keep updating this. Games broken down into several screens. The main ones are splash, story, game, load, game, and score. UI inside each of the screens are windows and other UIs to share. That's a reference window Chrome, 9 slice, our buttons, our selection tool. Then we have our different screens. So we have our start screen. All right, start screen has several options, mainly new game options, and a continue, which only shows up when a saved game is present. So I don't need to go into like a lot of depth of like this. I mean, this is like a basic screen, right? It's a start screen, story screen. The story screen is a reusable screen that allows us to display text for beginning a game, ending a game, or could even be used during a game to document a specific event. Loading screen. The player sees while the island is being generated. It's a loading bar over the game screen, and each tile is animated in as the island is generated. All right, the game screen. The main game's UI, the map, and additional messages that are displayed as the player User plays. On the left is the kingdom. Summary window, which displays people, gold, food, wood, year, current, turn, and actions. How many tiles can be upgraded in a turn? At the top is a menu button, and at the bottom is a end turn button. We should have a separate. I don't think I have a single. Let's do this. During the game, game messages are displayed, letting the player know what event or action has happened. These messages. This message window can expand up and down to display more or less, up or down to fit the text being displayed. Alright, what I want to do is, can I actually crop this image? There we go. Perfect. Alright, so then we got that. Let's see, what's next? The upgrade summary screen. When a tile is being upgraded, when the tile is selected to be upgraded, the game displays an icon of the current tile and text for the amount of resources the tile will require. Upgrade screen. When a tile is being upgraded, a message will appear at the bottom, letting the player know it was started. The upgrading tile will have a upgrade border sprite around it, dotted line, until it is completed. All right, let's get rid of, I had a few different examples of this, but I moved that over into the UI sections, so we don't really need it. Yeah, let's do this. And so now, end of turn screen. Why is this stuff not? End of turn screen. I feel like there's a way that I could view. Let's get rid of print mode. There we go. Now it'll show me where the page splits are, but it actually looks like one big long thing. End of turn screen. So when the player ends their turn, a message is displayed. Letting them know how many years they have ruled for. Once the message goes away, the player is presented a summary of all the activities that happened in the kingdom on the previous turn. The stats displayed. The stats represent changes in people, gold, wood, and food. Random events. After a turn, there is a chance for a random event. These events can remove or add resources to the player's kingdom. Each event is displayed as a message at the bottom of the screen once the end of turn summary is closed. So here what we'll do is let's just make a quick table. And this table is going to be events, random event screen, random events. So this is the name, name, resources, description. What are my, let's see, where are my events? All right, so there is a fire. This will doesn't take away any resources, but it should destroy building or stop construction. We'll just do destroy building, pirates, this would be minus, gold -1. This will lose 1 gold. Plague, and this is people -1, lose 1 person. Storm, I don't remember what I wanted the storm to do. Actually, what fire could do is it should destroy one tile. Turn into planes. Plane or create a custom tile that needs to be cleared once burned down. All right. See, now we just came up with a new piece of artwork that we need. You know what we should do? We should probably just call this instead of marsh. Well, I don't know. Let's do this. We'll do a insert row below burnt. Actually, let's do this as a burnt ground. TBD. Hold on 1 second. Be right back. All right, so here we have a tile that we don't have in our inventory, but I would like to add into the game. So this tile should be similar to the grass 3, but show burn marks. And what we should do here is in our tile upgrades, we should have grass. Let's copy this for a second. Forest. Let's do a burnt land. Burnt. What did I call this thing? Burnt ground. Burnt ground. And we'll just do this as TBD. Let's open up insert a column to the left. And actually, you know what we'll do is burnt. Let's do this. Delete column. And we can turn burnt ground into stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. We can turn burnt ground into farmland. So okay, we don't need this. All right, we'll come back to that. So all right, so I've just added a new piece of art based on this fire, which is fine. Destroy one to turn into burnt ground tile. All right, so a storm will simply destroy building. And reduce to rubble. All right, let's do one more tile, right? Burnt ground and we'll do rubble. Which would be the same thing as this. So let's insert a row below, and we'll call this rubble. TBD tile that it is used after a storm destroys a building. Destroys a farm. We'll just leave it as building. Who knows? A building. Maybe I'll add more buildings later on. All right, so those I believe are there's only one other thing. There's this, and insert row below. And this is pirate. This is treasure. And this is gold. +1. Increase 1 gold. All right, game over message. When the game is over, a message is displayed. Game over story. When the game is over, the player is taken to the game, to the story screen, and a win or lose message is displayed. High score screen. The high score screen sums up the player's game. There are two main categories of stats. Game stats for the total people, gold, and years played. First group are game stats for the total video played. The second group are land stats for total farms, explored tiles, and developed tiles. Each group offers up a special bonus, which is applied to the final score. All right. Options menu, option. Include turning on/off sounds and help, as well as closing the menu and quitting the game, which only shows in the game, only shows up when the game is being played. All right. What's next? The tiles. All right. Each tile on the map has the potential to be upgraded. This allows for the player to change the landscapes. It says look and increase their kingdom's resources. When the island is generated, each resource is randomly distributed by a mine sweeper-like formula. Here are the random generation steps. All right, so first off, Where is the bullets? All right, so the island is generated. This isn't going to work. Let's just let's get rid of this. One, stop auto doing that. The island is generated. Two, landmarks are added to the island. Three, each tile is given a resource value based on their proximity to the landmarks. Grass. One is grass. Two are trees. Three are hills, and four are mountains. The more landmarks around a given tile, the higher the value will be. Actually, there's more steps to this as well. First off, the island is generated. The coast is deformed to make it look more organic. 3 landmarks are added for each of the tiles. 5 landmarks are converted into water tiles, which become lakes or channels in the final map. All right. Not particularly sure if I want to get screenshots of this, but I might in a minute. This is like a proper. This was a proper game design document. I would probably document that up a little bit more. Grass, forest, farms. Let's do this. Here is a breakdown of each of the tile types in the game. Alright, so there's grass, forest, farms, hut, house, mansion. So a house produces more gold for the kingdom. You can upgrade a hut into a house, and it takes 2 turns. A mansion is the next upgrade from a house. It produces additional money each turn. Additional money each turn. The palace is the next upgrade from a mansion. It produces additional money each turn. Castle. A castle is the final upgrade from a palace. It produces each turn and also allows the player to win the game after an additional few turns. So there's something up here that we didn't really define, which we should probably define as well. There's the game description. In the game description, we need to define ways to win and lose. All right, so we got to be very clear when we write our description of the game about that. Tiles, landmarks, grass, huts, mansion, castles, towns. Let's see. Towns are randomly generated in the map, and and offer the player the choice to trade with them for a bonus or sack them at the risk of losing people to steal their resources. All right. Well, so I wanted to have these things where, like, sometimes you could find a random village and then you could choose to either kill those people or trade with them. Mountains. We should do this down here when we talk about resources. We have resources, tile upgrades. The one thing we should talk about are towns, and we should define them a little bit more. Towns offer the player a choice on choice on stealing resources or trading with them. They are a single-use tile. If you they're a single-use tile. Trading will give you a random allotment. It will give you a random resource. Attacking it has a 50-50 chance of success. Trading will give you a random resource once the trade is well, actually what we should do is trading will give you a random resource each turn. Random resource over each turn. We can clean that up a little bit later when we go to balancing. Attacking it has a 50-50 chance of success. If successful, you will gain a random collection of resources. If you lose, the town chance of success. Hold on, I'm trying to add a new feature right now, and I haven't really thought this one out. I did have something in my head about this. So towns offer the player a choice of stealing resources or trading with them. They are a single-use tile. Trading will give you a random resource over each turn, and the town stays on the map, so you can't build. Build there. Attacking it has a 50-50 chance of success. If successful, you'll gain a random collection of resources, and the town will become rubble, allowing you to build on that tile. If you lose, the town will remain. It will not give you any resources, and you will lose a person from the battle. All right, so at least that helps define towns. Where were we? Back over here. So towns, sure. Mountains. Mountains are tiles that cannot be built, cannot be upgraded. We should probably um, like, what are things, what would obstacles, or all right, these are tiles that can't be upgraded. Barriers. These are tiles that can't be upgraded and remain static during the game. There are 3 barrier tiles: mountains, deserts, and marshes. And swamps. All right, so then hills. I mean, actually, like I said, this is also a pretty good exercise for me just to sit down and go through and figure out like all these mechanics. There's actually like other stuff that I want to add into the game, and I'm bordering on that ability to where it's like it's almost too much in the game. One thing that I really loved about Civilization was the idea that you could build up knowledge over time, and you had these like you did these inventions, so you had to allocate resources to those, but it may just be too much to do. Like, I really want this to be a game that I could sit down and play. Like, I'm really obsessed lately with these games that uh um sorry, I just got a message I need to take care of real quick. Um all right, let's see here. All right, so the hill, a hill is an upgradable tile that will become a mine. All right, mines produce additional money once they are upgraded. There are other things that I wanted to add in. I wanted to add in the ability to fish, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. You could turn ocean tiles into fishing, but it might, again, it's just, I want this game to be like really quick and easy to play. Fog of War, all the resources, tile upgrades, grass, forest. Rubble. Castle. Hills. It's like so much of a gap here. Towns, game artwork. So here we have all of the artwork for the game. And I think that's it. So what is the description that we put on the back of the box? Let's do this. Let's go to Ludum Dare, and I'll just rip what I had there. With the one exception that it doesn't. Why doesn't it show me April 15th? All right, so now we have the dates for the new Ludum Dare. Compo Jam. What was my competition? Ugh, I'm so depressed I didn't even break the top 100. What was the top game? Oh, it's a desktop game. /quests. Okay. I'm so easily distracted. Okay. It's an interesting mechanic, I guess. Cute. All right. How do I find my? Let's just go here. Oops, I don't want that. I want Twitter. I pinned it to my profile. What did I put in for the description? Man of many words. Oof. Why can't I paste this without... How do I get rid of the formatting? Kingdom of the Sea, you are the ruler of a small island. It's your job to grow the island and its people by expanding your territory, developing the land, and increasing your riches. You win when you have explored, when you have expanded your kingdom across the entire island, upgraded or turned your house into a castle. If you fail to keep your people alive, you will lose the game. Each game spans a randomly generated. Each game takes place over your lifetime as ruler. So while you don't know how long you will live, you must build a lasting kingdom before time runs out. All right, well, close enough. All right, so that represents our game's description for right now. Clearly, we would go through and detail this out a little bit more, right? So we have our game screens, UI, start screen, story, loading screen. All right, so I don't know about you, but I am I think I am done.